The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
Herbert has it knocked free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season, with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll try the right side with Eckler, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And some room to work. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Richmond forced out to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And he'll go back to Kelce. This time it's caught.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes now to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Brought in by Huff. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Huff. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for more. And he is caught at the 10-yard line. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for KC. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get them to the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or his zone. Deep ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Going deep here for Allen.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Herbert back to the air.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler.
Well, Barton, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Chandler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that